Hey, hey, hey. Hope everybody's doing well. I know I had to get something else set up. It was acting up a little bit, so I'm here. Hope everybody's doing all right. All right. I hope everybody is doing pretty good. Had a little tiny bit of a late start. My stuff wasn't uploading. I have no idea why it's not connecting. Mm-mm-mm. Let me go to the plan. All right. Yes. All right. Well, welcome to Ash Right Slots. This is Thursday, and normally this is the night that I do my drinking rights. Tonight we're going to keep it cute, keep it simple. We are going to be doing just the regular sipping cream because that is the go-to. I do have some other drinks that I want to try, but I figured I'd wait because we're doing like a ridiculous amount of streaming planning for March. So that's what I'm doing, and then we'll also have a. I think I want to add another day, but we'll see what we can do because I need to get done with this draft finally. So that's what we're going to be doing. But yes, I hope everybody is doing well. Let me go ahead and go back to that planning section. And oh, no one's here yet. So I'm going to hold off and then go into stream into the what I hope the timer is synced up correctly. But at 6:10 I should be starting my first stream. So it's first not stream, first sprint. Tonight I'm going to be working out a few more scenes that I had not gotten to yet, and I've just been kind of going in order of everything because this is, like I said, the fifth draft, fourth if you don't count the first one that I wanted to burn, but it's the fourth time. So it's time for me to finally get done with this because I do want to work on several anthology submissions and I have several ideas. So we need to get this done. I don't know what else is going on. Let me go ahead and put my timer up there on the correct time. But I'm hoping this will get us started properly. So I'm going to go ahead and pour me a drink while I'm waiting for people. And I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna just sip. Well, most of the time I sip. Anyway, everybody kind of knows that because I am a lightweight. But I refuse to try anything outside of this shot, this moonshine. So yeah, so there's that. Please understand, if you have anything that you're working through and everything, I don't want to impose my habits upon you. So please, you know, be responsible. Don't feel like you have to stay here if it's triggering or anything. So yeah, please be understanding. What else I'm doing? Okay, and that's about it. So today I'm wearing Galaxy Dream Studio Couture. So I wish y'all could see like the whole jacket, but I definitely enjoyed making it. And I also am wearing makeup because my daughter wants me to wear makeup more. She thinks that I should do my eyes more. I just stick with the lipstick normally, and I might throw some mascara on, but she wants like the whole look. So she wanted me to she bought me some makeup for Christmas, and it was the berry makeup. Oh, I got it over here to the side. What did I get? She got me. Oh, let me get this napkin. Let's see. She got me some stuff from Juvia's Place. I'm over here. I can share. So let me share. She got me some makeup from Juvia's Place. So it's the berry set. Then she got a what is it? Beauty Bay, the midnight set, which it has like all these pretty purples in it. And the Galactic set from Juvia's Place. So the Galactic set is really pretty because I even got like a eyeliner. So I use the black eyeliner and then I put this on top. But we're not gonna get up close to my eyes because they don't look good. So, in which I don't know, I just showed all that. So Juvia's Place, the berries, and then the Intergalactic, they're really pretty. And then the Beauty Bay Midnight. So that's the one I use for tonight. This proof. I did it. I did what she wanted me to do. So there's that. Okay, so we are, oh, it is time. So let's go ahead and go to keys. And time for the drinking right. See you soon. All right. How did you do on this sprint? I need to calculate because I started with some. It wasn't that much, but that's good. 872 minus 768. Whoop. So 104. I got 104 for that one. Not the greatest, but I was kind of like, like I said, I'm going over stuff, rereading, fixing stuff for this draft. And I haven't exactly made it to the scene that I am adding. So, oh. I guess it did. Let's see, no notifications came up for it, but it said it was acting up. Nothing went down. I don't know. Sorry about that, y'all. Hopefully, y'all weren't getting a bunch of stuff in the middle of that, because I definitely didn't see it go down, but I wasn't looking the whole time because I was doing stuff. But what are y'all working on? I'm pouring another one because it's very good tonight. It is super, super cold because I had it in the freezer, so it's very good. But at least I am drinking my water. I hope y'all are drinking your water, keeping hydrated. You don't know? Well, all right. Let's see. So I've been working on the scenes for Spell of the Bayou, in which I don't think I'm going to name it that. I think I'm going to change the name and have a few ideas. I'm probably going to run them by the hubby and see what he thinks, and beta readers, if possible, if I get that far and I still haven't chosen the name. But Spell of the Bayou is fun, but it's not exactly telling the truth of like the story, because the spell is basically within the people. Well, I guess they in the bayou, so I guess it still kind of fits. But the original code was Scales and Water. The project name was Scales and Water, and that was just because it was Alligator Dude and then the Shadow Wielder. So then it turned to Shadow and Scales. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still, titles are like my worst suit when it comes down to to working on these projects. The title is usually last. Like, I remember I did 2 or 3 anthology submissions and did not know what I was going to title them until I was pretty much done. Like, I had one called Underground Problems, which is, I need to get that republished under just a ebook or something as a short story. But yeah, that one, it was based in underground Atlanta, but I couldn't think of a name like until way later. And then when I finally did think of the name, it was Underground Problems, and it was like super simple, so it wasn't very original in the first place, but I tried my best. So titles are terrible. I've definitely done a few stories where the titles have been picked by my editor. So there's that. Oh, you come up with the titles and the characters, but don't know what will be going on. Look. I don't know how you do it with the titles. That's usually last. I always have project names and codes for it, but I never. Spell of the Bayou has been the working title for years. Because I remember doing a video on it because I finally finished the first draft that I counted as official. But yeah, I don't know why I can't pick titles. I guess it's just like, I guess it's not my way of like wrapping it. It's finally like done, I guess. Maybe that's what I should just consider it. I don't know. But then there's, what is it? Doing the characters. If I can't think of a name for the characters, I know who like kind of their archetypes first. But if I can't think of a name, I always use Maxine and Kyle. and like OB. I use the living single character name for the people, and they don't always match like um the character from the show. They don't always match in like the personality and stuff like that. But I do use their names. I will. I guess probably Khadija. She probably stays as real strong character, but usually the couple, because I always like the will they won't they, like, I hate you couple before, like, the enemies to lovers situation with Kyle and Maxine. So I usually use them for the couples, but normally I would just pick any name. It didn't matter. It used to be Martin or did use a different world for a little while, but it used to be Martin, and I don't know why I changed it, but it's been mostly living single characters. So I use them first. Yeah, love it. Like I loved that show. I couldn't stand what they did when we found out what happened later with TJ Carson and like TC Carson, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, so I use them as the base for my character. Main couples usually Kyle and Maxine, and then the rest of the characters will become everybody else in there. Outside of that, but usually I can get, so a lot of the side characters I can kind of pick the names. But since I would really like to have like a series that you can pop in anywhere and you can see the couples kind of pop up in different places, like, it would be nice to read it in order, but you don't have to. So if it's in the same kind of universe area, I guess I will try my best if I know that I'll have like a couple that I would like to play around with later. So their names will be a little bit more thought out, because I'm trying to figure out, like, it's going to continue on in the story. You're going to see this first, second, and third couple pop up later, but this new one that I'm trying to make, like, as in addition to the ones that I'm already working on, yes, I would like them to have some pretty good names. But yeah, so like I said, I can do archetypes, but I don't like their names. I have a problem with the main character names, but I can figure that out later, and then Maxine and Kyle will get, like, you know find and replace, and then the title are usually like Project something. So it's been Project Spell of the Bayou since the beginning, and since it's people's, and they are in the bayou for a lot of the spelling going on, casting and all that stuff going on, then yes, I figure it could still fit, but I'm still kind of on the fence. This might be one of the only ones I've ever like named almost from the beginning. So I will be shocked. I will be absolutely surprised if that's the case. But yeah, and then there's let's see, I don't know. Like, usually my naming conventions, and then I go look around. I have some baby naming books that I have in here from when I'm doing my writing. Um, I know another part of my planning stage when I'm in the drafting, like trying to get the story together. Like I said, I have an idea, but I do like the character archetypes, like getting that set up first, and knowing like if I'm going to have like a swashbuckler and a librarian, a waif and stuff like that, like the character archetypes for heroes and villains and stuff. I like to use those, and then I also like to use those emotional thesauruses and stuff. Like, they have some fun. Like, if I'm trying to figure out like some underlying themes with them, I'll reread through those. The emotional thesaurus. They even got a setting one. I like their urban one. I haven't gotten all of them, but there's a lot. And the trope one. I did get the trope one before too. So all right, time's up. I'm trying to like do good. Trying to do good. So let me go back to the keys. I'm gonna transition and sprinting. Okay, and then I like picking names and giving them different spellings. This part is world building and figuring out how to get climax. Well, yeah. I will say the climax is usually the thing that I kind of know from the beginning, It's all the stuff in the middle. I know how to start, and then I know what they want. I want to end, but it's the middle that I have the worst. That's what the reason why it's taking me so long to work on this freaking novel, because it's way more middle than short stories. So I'm like dealing with that. But yeah, it's always interesting to see like just how everybody kind of processes through their stuff. Like, yeah, the world building now, I haven't tried like a full on fantasy, so I've stuck to the urban. So, but I do want for my dragon romance series, I would really like to do more fantasy, but I think it's gonna be like a futuristic fantasy. Like, this is probably gonna be that. But yeah, let me get started again. I'm gonna mess up, and we want to do that. So happy writing. See you in a bit. Okay, how'd you do? How'd you do? Go ahead and start that. Let's see. I need to do calculations. 944. Not much. 72. It is like I said. I'm editing. Oh. I still feel like I need to be doing more typing so it can be stuff on the screen. But it should be good. I didn't drink much of anything for that sprint. Go ahead and drink some. Now we'll say in March we're gonna be doing March Madness, and it should be up to 2 days by then. I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and do that. So I might do Tuesdays regularly, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I would like to try to do a morning one. It depends if I get a day job. I don't want to get a day job. Or if I get one, I would like it to be like a part-time one. We'll see. Like, cause that'll still allow me to save. But, you know, getting a full-time one would allow me to save even more faster. Because the goal ultimately is to get a new house. So, yeah. But we'll see. If I'm not working, I will definitely be adding some more days. In which I can probably do. Those will be extra lane gap. Do not expect those to be regular days anymore. Like after like, you know, regular Thursdays. Although I will have to give up my Thursday because one of the other authors who will be joining us in March will have a different one. Hello, La. I am doing well. Hope you are doing well too. No problem. Thank you so much for popping in. And reload. Listen, you got 56 words. Distraction. No worries. You're fine. At least in this stream, like I said, because this stream is like the more relaxed one. This is the drinking right. So I'm not expecting like uber amount of words. But that is up to you though. If you want to get more, you know, I am here to provide tunes and put it on the screen, you know. Thank you much. Thank you much. Yes, I had to take the hat from the kid. She definitely is keeping it, but I had to take it from the kid so I can match my little jacket because I made a jacket. Oh, I probably could. I can share that. Let's see. Let me see if I can get the. Where is the? Let's see. So plus in a media file, I can add the source. Media file. I'm going to call it cardigan. Go to. Oh, it's not a media file. It is. Can't do that. So it has to be a image file. Look at me being goofy. Add a source. Browse. Oh, I don't know. Do I even have it? I guess I do. Okay. So if I open that and done and put that up there, I don't know. That took way too long to figure out how to add this on here. And I know what I'm doing sometimes. But yes. Oh, this is a urban fantasy. So Spell It By You, it is about a shadow wielder named Thaisa. And Dominic is the alligator shifter. He's big, he's brawny, he's beautiful. He's an alligator. So yes, so I'm doing a urban fantasy, and it's about, it's dealing with families and, people trying to take the power of their family members and things like that. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on. But yes, here is the Carnigan. I freaking love this thing. I share it. I freaking love it. So this is Carnigan, and then I can share. Now I did get a commission to do a Carnigan for someone else, and it's like Mardi Gras colors, and I'll probably share that later. But yeah, this was a very big project. It took a long time, and I need to stop. Thank you very much. And yes, alligator shifter. I was going to stick to dragon, but I was like, no. I had two stories with alligators. One of them was like a little poem thing that I wound up writing, and I want to turn that into a short like comic, and like it shouldn't be more than like 10 pages. But that's a goal for later in the year. But and then this one that I've been working on for years. I don't even know. I don't think I even have like the original draft because that thing was so bad. But I'm sure I have it somewhere because I tend to copy drafts all over the place. Maybe I'll find out. But I do absolutely know that when I first started actually doing stuff on the channel was what, in 2020? Well, yeah, like March 2020. So I know sometime in that year is when it could have been 2021 when I first did the draft. So now, and then I left it alone, went and wrote a bunch of short stories, and would go back to it to edit more, update, refigure the outline, and all that kind of stuff for a long time. And then now I'm trying to get it to where I can actually give it to people for like at least move into the editing and beta reading stage and stuff. So that is the goal. We'll see what happens. But yes, thank you very much also for it. I made it super big, it's super huge, but it keeps me warm enough. But definitely when I'm wearing outside, I have to have an undershirt on it because it's the hexagon, so it has like all of the, like, you can see the skins under it. So it definitely is not for like super cold weather. But I live in Georgia, and a few days ago it was like 14, and now it's 50, 60 something, 60. So yeah. Oh, you're just trying to complete? Yeah, look, I understand. That's why I went to short stories, because when I finished the second official draft, I guess, I didn't like a lot of it. Oh yeah, Raph. Yes, absolutely. It was 14 degrees like a few days ago. I'm telling you, and now it's 60, like 61, something like that. And I'm like, this is. I definitely got sick too, so I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, right now it's 64, and it definitely was higher like earlier in the day, but it it was 14 degrees like pretty much on the weekend, on Friday, on Saturday, Sunday, something like that. And so Georgia just be all over the place, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell anybody. This is ridiculous. We keep having to do this over and over. Everybody gets sick. Everybody get, messed up, and then it goes back down. Because I know in February it's going to be even worse. But yes, talking. And let's go ahead and get the sprinting screen up. Transiting. Yep, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get back to writing or whatever you're working on. Let me know what you're working on, and we can do that now. Let me get this music up here again. And happy writing, happy sprinting. Okay. How'd you do? How'd you do? No worries, Snowly. Nice to see ya. Glad you made it. Let me get it. Where's I done changed where all my stuff is now. Okay, here we go. 10 minutes. Doing a bit of background stuff. So 98. But oh, I need to add. Let me copy this in because I got another. Let's see what this was. How'd you do? What you working on? So that's it. So 12, 13. 9 for 4. That was a 269. I finally made it to the scene. Mighty fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, the kid got the makeup, so I had to go ahead and use it. She made me promise to use it. So I did do the eyeshadow, and my regular purple, but I do have like a, I don't know what color this is, but it's like a real pink. Oh, it's called Pink Wink on top of the purple. Thank you much. I know that's like too much information. You probably don't care, but we're doing it. I did update a bit of the motivations to the main character's sister. So Thaisa Como and Tamiya Como, they're sisters, and I needed to update some of her motivations, like to see what she's doing. I mean, she's a teenager. It's not gonna be like ridiculous. But I did need to kind of lay out what is she doing during certain times. Only because like she'll be in there a little in another story, but I don't want to have her like just idly doing things, and I felt that in this scene coming up she needed to be doing something, and good. Sounds naughty. Kind of sort of does. What are you gonna be working on? Nothing else going on over here. Let me see. Yeah, I did it. What else we got? I think because I definitely want to do one. I definitely am gonna do one more sprint, but I'm definitely gonna take a. I'm taking a small break. I might eat a banana in just a minute. As a matter of fact, I probably am. Hold on. Okay, I ate a piece of a banana. I know it would have definitely looked a little wild. But yes. Oh, MC sneaking in a magical library. Oh, I always like magical libraries. I love it. Which that's my I will say, so my main character Thaisa, she's a shadow wielder, which initially initially she was just going to be like kind of a run of the mill witch, but I like shadow magic, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna mess around with that. And because she has to deal with some blood related, like it's blood magic with another part of her family and everything, it kind of like mixes up and it created a connection to her main man, her alligator man, her man's. So using that in the story has been kind of fun because she's a thief by trade. Like she swore it off trying to be good for a little while, but yeah, she steals things through magic with her shadow magic. So I think the Warehouse 13 inspired me, plus general magic. Okay, cool beans. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done a fantasy. I'm really intrigued to do one because I'd love to read it. I mean, I really enjoyed the kind of cozy fantasy that was what was it? I talked about this last week. I think the week before. Um, the that time I yeeted a love potion at a werewolf is the one I'm currently working on, and I've already read Mistletoe and the time that I got drunk and saved a demon. That was I like those. Those are nice, cozy type fantasy. So I think if I do move into fantasy, it'll be the cozy. So I might not exactly do like the, because I believe my Dragon Bond series that I have been like plotting for a long time, in which I've written drafts of the first, well, I'll say solid two, and I started working on the third one, and then wound up changing a few things about it, and it was like, oh, we're probably not gonna do that. But I've kind of drafted out those, and they weren't novels. They were gonna be like, well, I guess they were, yeah, one of them was probably considered novel length, but it's whatever. It's supposed to be as long as you make it, right? Like that's Chelsea got to tell me all the time. I'm gonna be counting up these words, but I really like to have the series like already plotted out and everything. And I was like, that one though, I want it to be. It is gonna have urban elements. I guess it would be more kind of close to Arcane. That's kind of how I envision it would kind of be. Like it would have technology, but magic will be ingrained in a lot of things, because in the Dragon Bond series I was working on, basically magic has been restricted. It's a natural thing that occurs with some people, depending on how close they lived to these particular types of stones that were carriers of magic, and they used it for their technology, like the simple stuff, fire for light or electricity, your water stones and things like that. So it would be pertaining to the area. But then wars broke out, humans are fools, and they restricted the magic. So then they would use iron, which I was trying to use that as like, what they use for Fae, but it's like a Superman made item or whatever. Like, not man made, but it's been altered so much and used by man. So it's like, okay, let's use that as the thing to keep everybody kind of restricted. Like, you're not supposed to use no magic because everybody has to have iron bangles on. And what kind of world does that make? So, yeah, absolutely, that'd be way more fantasy than it would be, say, a cozy one. Like, I think I might have to just start with a cozy. I have to watch that show. I want to have mine like Jupiter Ascending and Sailor Moon, Magic, and Tech. Well, yeah, okay, so now, I don't think I've seen Jupiter Ascending, but Sailor Moon definitely, yes. That absolutely makes sense. It's awesome. Especially her scepter. Like using that's actually really good. But it wasn't, was it stone? I don't think the stones really like, did it matter? It was just in it. It was a contraption. I don't remember. It's been a while. I didn't watch the newer one either. Did you watch the newer, I guess the reboot of it? Or was it a reboot? Something, I watched the first, or part of the first episode, and I didn't really care for the animation too much. But I might sit down and watch it, because I definitely watched, I might binge it, like pick a day where I've done enough writing, and binge it, because I definitely did that for Spy Family. Yeah, Spy Family. I'm caught all the way up on that. I don't care. That show was way too cute for me not to catch up on it. Oh, well, we really don't have enough time to do a full one. Let's see. Plan. Let's go on there. Any transition? Okay. We don't have enough time to like to do another 20-minute one because I definitely am getting off at 8 o'clock tonight because I have to get ready and go to bed and all that good stuff because I need to be up crocheting early in the morning because I'm trying to finish a commission so I can get it out of the way, and then I have to do some stock. So I've been trying to up all of my stuff for the crochet side, so that for right now at least, so I can work on gaining some funds and stuff, putting up commission stuff and everything. So I'm gonna have to do it. Let's see, watched a few of the newer ones, but I forgot why I stopped. Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't care for it was the animation for me for the first episode. I was like, why did they do all of this? It's kind of like when they did I love Berserk. Berserk is gory and ridiculous, and they definitely destroyed a lot of the story by taking out or replacing characters or merging characters that really it wasn't going to work in the future. Like, it was really weird that they took out certain people, like characters. Like, it's a character that's in the manga from like almost the beginning, and they just removed him, Puck, from the animation. But then they redid an animation for that one, and they changed, like, I guess it was like the shading. It was crazy. I couldn't watch it. But they did actually put some of the characters in. Like, it made sense because, like I said, they took out some characters that are like there the whole time and actually have something to do. Like, they are critical to the survival of Guts. And for some reason now they decide, we're not gonna do that. We're not going to show them meeting. We're going to replace it with another character who has nothing to do with anything. Ain't going to come with it. Anyway, but for Sailor Moon, I was like, I'd rather just go ahead and stick with the old one. I like that one better. But yeah, I don't even know, like, what was, let me see. We can look. Sailor Moon. Let me say new. Sailor Moon S. Okay. Oh, they're on season 3. So they keep going. They keep doing it. Let's see. Sailor Moon S. Was that on Netflix? I think that was on Netflix, wasn't it? Oh, it was Hulu. It was on Hulu. Yeah. Okay, so I could watch it, but I mean, I'm not. Like I said, I was like, why y'all doing all that? I mean, I understand, you're gonna change it up a little bit, do more stuff, in which I was always interested to see what they decide to do in this version, to see if they're gonna keep like the what was it, Neptune and Mercury or Uranus? I can't remember. The ones that they made look like they were cousins for a little while. Like, we were like, that makes it worse, right? Like, because they didn't want to show, like, a lesbian relationship. So they decided, like, they're cousins. And then didn't change anything about how they are cut out the more intimate looking interactions between them. It was kind of crazy to me, but what are you gonna do? You can't do anything, obviously. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. So I was interested to see how they would handle it, but like I said, I think it was the animation that really just like, ooh, let me add that to the next list. It's still on my list. I'm not gonna say it ain't on the list, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. And because I've also been looking at, I've been doing a lot more reading because the plan was to go ahead and read. So I did start with reading How We Do It, and I'm on the second chapter, in which I love like how they tie it, like who it is, who you with, and stuff like that. So I've done the first chapter. I like it was about character, so it was like how the some of the questions to ask were a little. We're not on your norm character drafting sheets, so I did keep write all those down. Some of the questions, or maybe it's just asking the question in a different way. You understand it better because I definitely like you don't just stick to the regular way of asking the questions. Oh, Neptune and Uranus. Yeah, I remember. My parents were like, "What is it?" Yeah, and then you over here, my parents asked me, and I'm like, I don't know, they cousins. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't. I'm not worried about them, but also, ugh. Definitely, that was definitely a situation. Oh, I remember. So when I was a bit older, I can't tell you is that my dad would take videos. He would do VHSs. He would copy them, right? So we would go and get stuff from the videos from Blockbuster and stuff like that, and we would get the movies, and because or DVDs or whatever, and we would get them, and because like they might have some kind of coupon or whatever it was, but it was like some deal, and we were able to go ahead and grab some of these videos. So Pops would always go ahead and copy them. So, but you have to, if it was I think it was VHSs, but basically he would have to have the VCRs. He had the double VCR set up, and then you would have to let it play to copy it over, obviously, because it's not like, it's just transferring the file over. No, you had to let it play, but he would just do it and turn off the TV if it wasn't something that we were going to be able to go ahead and watch. So we started, I had gotten Wicked City. Didn't know how naughty that movie was. Had no idea. We went to the video store. It was like one of those, it was on like a Kroger or whatever. We went to Blockbuster, picked up several movies, and I got to pick one, and I was probably 14, 15, something like that, and we got Wicked City. And if you don't know what Wicked City is naughty. It's a lot. It's demons, and it's very, sexually charged. So and my dad turned on the TV to see, and then he's like, Ashley, get in here. I was like, what are you doing? So then he's like, I'm not getting no more. I was like, how was I supposed to know that was what was on there? I had no idea. But yeah. So, and it wound up being one of my favorite animes to watch. And it's that one. Vampire Hunter D was, I think, the absolute first anime I ever watched, and D is fine. And I loved some D. Him come riding up on that horse, it awoke things, and I'm like, look, this is the best. I don't know what I stumbled upon, because I watched it. I think it was on Sci-Fi. And I used to call them long Saturday cartoons. I just thought it was because it would be Saturday morning, but it was like more late morning. It wasn't like first thing morning, but it was like maybe 10 or something like that. And yeah, oh yeah, Z, Wicked City was trouble. That got you, get you in trouble. Your parents, so they think like for real, like they saw the cover and everything. We didn't check, it probably had the ratings on it. I don't know. I mean, I know the DVD that we got has a rating on it, but I'm sure that VHS had no rating on it. And we was sitting there just getting movies, and it wasn't just that one, but that was just wound up being the one that he did. Love some D. Yep. He was fine. But then also though, I did read the books. I think those started off as books initially, and I did find out that he was actually, so they aged him up in the movie, which was good. I'm glad that they did. But yeah, he's supposed to look kind of like I think he's supposed to look like he's 17 or younger, but he is older. But in order to like stop, issues or whatever, they aged him up because he does age really slowly. Which I'm like, okay, great. But you will never get me to think that he looks like he's real young until I read the first book, in which he does have a small age, like he is slowly aging. By the time I think I stopped reading at the third book. It wasn't like it was bad or anything, but I wanted to get the dramatic reading of the books so I can listen to them, and started reading his, I think, it was like Mission to Mars comic, and supported the Kickstarter. So then, yeah. So absolutely, yeah, I love me some D. Like, I love some D. I was like, you need to go and find you. I need you to get in a relationship, and the relationship should be somebody who is like, for some reason, I kind of like put him together with like a half mermaid, like human mermaid, because he's vampire and human. But for some reason, I wanted it to be a mermaid hybrid person who is probably doing some other hunting somewhere else, and has daddy issues just like he do, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to figure this out, but absolutely love me some D. And yes, Wicked City was trouble, and then I'm trying to think of what there was another movie that they were like, we can't trust you, and I was like, I didn't watch this on TV. I just saw that it was an animation and did it. So they were like, oh, we need to start checking. I cannot remember what Pops got mad about. What was the other movie? But I definitely know it was Wicked City, because it was the part where there's a lady and an old man, and there's some absorption happening. And that's the part that he was like, wait a minute. Well, the absorption happens a little bit after some other stuff, and she's like, I'm not pregnant. That's what's and stuff. I was like, oh, this is I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do this. It was so bad, but yeah, I do enjoy it. And I've read a couple of the books too. I don't know if it started off as a manga first, or if it was straight up, they did it straight to the anime. But I did read a couple of the books, because I know the detective dude. Yeah, that's late. That has to be later. Maybe the books were done before. Or maybe they decided to do some backstory or something. I don't know, because I don't remember the demon detective joining in the first or second book. But anyway, yeah. So I read a lot of wild stuff anyway. So it's probably getting mixed up with other things. I wouldn't mind. We did move, so all of my books are packed. So that means if I'm gonna do it, I would have to either go find it or get it on a Kindle, if they have an ebook version of it. I don't know. And funny enough, I got the first two books of Wicked City. The books, it was short story. They weren't like novel length, maybe novellas, but I got those from Dollar Tree when everything was still $1. So it was like a nice find. They had just a few left, and I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't even know they had books. And then that's what we did. I was like, whatever, let's do it, and I enjoyed them. So, but I do have a questionable taste in a lot of animes and stuff. I will not do like the incest thing. I don't know why, and that's starting to like filter over into our stuff. I mean, George R.R. Martin. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why it has to be in there. Like it's a made up world. It's a made up world. You don't need it. You don't need it to be accurate. There's dragons. I don't like it. But yeah, outside, I think everything else is usually pretty. I'm pretty okay. There's a few other ones I don't even think I can say on the internets right now, like live. But it's got to do with bottom stuff. The weird things. two girls in a cup situation stuff. Like I don't. But other than that, I'm usually pretty open. Well, I'm open because I like monsters, so it doesn't matter. Like, hey, like that Beauty and the Beast thing, that meme, when he changes into his human form, I was like, ugh. And I felt like Bill didn't like that. I was like, it, Z sent me a video today. I was like, I understand exactly how you feel, baby. And it was a TikTok of somebody who just saw that Beast turned into the human form and was like, I wanted to be ravished and I ain't want to be pecked or whatever she said. So like, I understand completely, ma'am. I understand completely. But yeah, it is 8 o'clock. I wrote a bit. Well, like I said, I was editing, moving stuff on, and I made it to my scene that I wanted to add some words to, and I did do that. And add another piece of the scene too, in order to give a bit of motivation for Tamia in the story, the sister. She's the younger sister, and update that. So I did reach my goal, and I hope y'all are reaching y'all goals. I know, these are usually, they start meandering once we get to the end, but I made it 2 shots, y'all. I made 2 shots, and I wasn't up in here. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. So we're gonna go ahead and end it for tonight. I got some work to do. I need to make sure that I am ready to go to sleep on time and get up early. But yeah, so hopefully soon we'll be releasing the information about the March Madness event and all of the authors that are joining us. And you'll be seeing more of me for right now because I am in between day jobs. So thank you so much for joining me. This has been Drinking Right. I do hope you continue to enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.